So what happened with the stock market today? What's going on, team? It's Ricky here with TechBud Solutions, and this doesn't always happen exactly according to plan. But one of the things that I talked about in my earlier video today is I wanted to short the market if we got confirmation that the market was selling off, and I was going to close my position when we began to test the support level at the moving average. And let me explain. If you didn't watch today's earlier video, I showed NASDAQ on the 30-minute time frame. We were trading up here, right, based off of previous resistance levels. NASDAQ should have been getting rejected anyways. So as it was heading back down and it broke below the EMA line, I doubled my position. I went from 5,000 to 10,000 shares, shorting the NASDAQ market by going into SQQQ. And for those that are unaware what shorting exactly means, it pretty much means that you make money as the market sells off. The really cool thing about that is that, again, as the market began to sell off, I have to have a specific price target of where I intend to cover to lock in my profits. And this was very simple for me to identify because based off of the previous pullbacks for the previous 3 days, right? This is not rocket science. It's not like I can predict the future and every trade does not go according to plan. But I just looked at previous patterns. We'd get rejected at that same resistance range. We'd pull on back to the moving average. Again, 30-minute time frame would get rejected, pull on back to the moving average. Friday, we pulled on back to the moving average. Monday, right, we were testing that same resistance. If we got rejected, the possibility for us to pull back to the moving average based off of the previous 3 days seemed pretty realistic, right? We pulled on back to the moving average. I shared it with my Learn Plan Profit team. We locked in profits at 33.20, I think it was, for SQQQ, just like we expected. Actually sold half of my position at 33 and then the remaining half at 33.20. I like to play it safe, and I locked in over $15,000. For those that don't follow me on Instagram, feel free to check it out. It's the third link in the description down below. I share my overall position. I shared it with the LPP team. I uploaded a video on YouTube publicly, making sure that you guys were aware of my trade plan. But let me explain, right? Does every trade plan go exactly according to plan? Heck no, right? The idea and the reason that I shared my trade plan is because when we got that confirmation that NASDAQ actually broke below the EMA on the 30-minute time frame and we saw that continuous descending pattern, it's a little bit more clear to see on the 1 minute. Again, we had a lot of selling pressure, lower highs, lower lows. Obviously, it was very easy to see that on the 30-minute time frame. Again, everything was going according to plan. I doubled my position, and that's the beautiful thing about trading. A lot of beginner traders always try to buy in the very beginning. I don't know if this relates to any of you, and even if it just relates to one of you, I hope that you can learn from it. But at least in my experience, I often found myself when I was first getting started, I would try to buy, if I had $2,500 in my trading account, I would try to buy $2,500 as close to that, $2,500 as I could to maximize my position. But guess what? As a beginner trader, you don't always have the best entries. And it sucks when the stock still is selling off, right? So you buy the dip and then it continues to dip. And that's one of the worst feelings. One of the things that I try to preach to my LPP team is managing your position size. I think a great way to manage risk is to manage your position size, and that's knowing how much it is that you can buy of a stock and always buying in increments, taking risk management into consideration. For those that are unaware, I could have purchased 20,000 shares of SQQQ, but I decided to purchase first, it was 300, then I purchased 1,000, then 2,000, then I went from 2,000, 2,300 to 5,000, from 5,000 to 10,000. I could have purchased more, but it was a Monday. I know that the market overall, based off of recent patterns, is very bullish, and I wanted to respect that. I knew that I didn't have to put myself in a position that was super aggressive that I end up regretting later down the road. So very grateful for how today played out. As of right now, when it comes down to the overall NASDAQ market, we can look at NASDAQ futures as of right now. They are up 0.17%, and we will see if they actually hold until tomorrow. And one of the things that I want to remind you is I left it up to you guys. Based off of what I've seen so far, you guys have not gotten my previous video to over 1,500 likes. If I'm not mistaken, I think we are at 1,400. So I'm going to give you guys one more chance. We're at 1,400 right now. If you get this video to over 1,500 likes, so again, just drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I will live stream for free on YouTube the Michael Barr, which is the Vice Chair of the Federal Reserve, speech, right? That's going to be tomorrow on Tuesday. so the 28th of March. And then on Wednesday, he speaks again 30 minutes after the market opens. So if you would like me to host that live stream, I just want to make sure enough people show up. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and I'll take care of the rest. On top of that, I'd love to keep you guys up to date with different economic reports that are going to be released. I just want to make sure that you are aware of this. 1 hour before the market opens, there's going to be a series of economic reports, but the one that's going to be the most important, in my opinion, is going to be the consumer confidence report, which is going to be 30 minutes after the market opens. Overall, the reports are not going to be too significant. I would really pay more attention to what's going to be said during the vice chair speech, which again, I hope that we can live stream on our YouTube channel. Other than that, Thursday and Friday are going to be the most significant days, with PCE prices and GDP third estimate being reported. Other than that, it's a pretty slow week, in my opinion. The most significant thing is going to be Tuesday and Wednesday with those speeches, and then Thursday and Friday with those specific reports. And all of those reports are released before the market opens. So if you have any questions about this, again, feel free to send me a direct message via Instagram or via Discord, and that's all linked in the description down below. And for those that are asking, why did the Dow Jones market and part of the S&P 500 begin to go up? The banking stocks, so JP Morgan, I can pull them up very quickly. They had a pretty significant rally today. Bond market right now is performing very poorly, for those that are unaware. Again, right now with that specific correlation, and it's because the bond market was performing very well that these overall banking institutions were actually at risk. But because of what's going on in the bond market right now, we have big banking institutions actually performing pretty well, and we'll see how long this actually lasts. Is the issues with the banks over, or are we just getting started, right? I'm not here to predict the future. I'm just taking it day by day, just like all of you guys. And I'm just trying to do my best to get kept up to date with all the different economic reports and speeches from the Federal Reserve that can impact the overall stock market. So I'm excited to keep you guys up to date. That's exactly what I do on this YouTube channel. And if you'd like to stay up to date, then again, all we ask you to do is to subscribe. It's free. And to turn on your post notifications to make sure that YouTube notifies you when it is that I post a new video. So I hope that I earned your thumbs up in this video. And I do want to remind you, again, if you don't want to enter the giveaway for the GTR or $50,000 cash, then don't check it out. But if you haven't entered our GTR giveaway, I do want to remind you that, again, the fourth link in the description down below, just like the shirt that I'm wearing right now. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's the GTR tee. So for every $1 that you spend on the site, it equals 5 automatic entries. And we have something like the GTR Moon tee that we just added. We have the GTR Mystery Box, a bunch of new items that are all added. And then on top of that, we have our mouse pad collection, aluminum art collection. We have our own apparel collection. And again, that's all available at shoptechbuds.com or the fourth link in the description down below. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Hope that earned a thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If not, I will see you tomorrow at Market Open for our live trading session. And that's going to be the second link in the description down below if you want to be able to watch me trade live. Until then, like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.